Guys, welcome to a weekend reading vlog. It's currently 21 of 56, so it's pretty late on the Friday. I had originally intended to start this vlog as soon as I finish work, which was hours ago, but I filmed my vampathon video, which you guys will have seen before this one. Then I realised I'd filmed the entire thing in slow motion. Now I have a new camera, so I didn't even know how I did that. And not only can you not like speed it up to normal speed, but it doesn't record sound when you like do it in slow motion. So after like nearly 40 minutes of talking, I was like, great, that's 40 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So I had to refilm it all again, which I think that footage is fine, but still, so that took up a lot of time. Then I had dinner, and then I ordered, this is like totally irrelevant to this vlog anyway, but this is just why it's so late. I ordered this huge like box cupboard thing to put my cat's litter boxes in that like hides it, but like makes it like look nice, and they can like sleep on top of it and stuff. So I had to build that myself because I'm a very impatient person, and when something's in my head I have to do it, and I could not rest until I had done that. So I did do that. I did break it. I broke one of the doors while I was building it, so that's great. So it is broken, but it still kind of works. So anyway, yeah, I did do that, and then had to tidy up in here, and before you knew it, it was 10 p.m. So yes, will this be a weekend reading vlog? We shall see. But anyway, I've just made myself a mug of tea, and you may be thinking, Jodie, why are you having a caffeine at 10 p.m? I need it, trust me, I need it. So yeah, we have a massive mug of tea, of course, in my spooky mug. I've had this mug for years. It's one of my favourite spooky mugs because it has a pug on that looks like my pug Toby. So yeah, we have a very big mug of tea. I also have some chocolate digestives in my pocket. So we're good to go. So let's talk reading plans for this weekend. Now they are ambitious, and if you guys have been watching my recent videos, you'll know that I am in one of the worst reading slumps of my entire life. Like, no joke, this is bad, guys. And you know it's bad because September is one of my like favourite times of year, and usually a good reading month for me. I haven't finished a single book. It's the what, 22nd of September? I've not finished a single book. So yeah, we need to change that, and I'm hoping this weekend I'll finally get on my slump. So these are my reading plans, and I guess now you can see what I mean by ambitious. Yeah, it's a lot. So let's just quickly go through some of the current reads. So I'm currently reading Bonesmith, and I am on page 300, so I don't have a lot left, so I'm really hoping I can finish this. I am really loving this. This is definitely like Game of Thrones vibes, and if you took Selena Sardathian from the Throne of Glass universe and shoved her into the universe of Game of Thrones, I feel like you get this book if you then made it YA. That's what this book is giving me. I'm loving it. It's so fun, it's so unique, and the main character basically fights ghosts for a living. It's good, and there's a romance. The enemies to lovers hate to love. It's very good. So yeah, I am almost done with this, so I figured this would be good to finish because it will make me feel accomplished. So that's what we're going to do, and I feel like I can fly through this quite quickly because it is a very fast read, and the point I'm at now, I'm just dying to finish it. Like, it's so good. So yeah, hopefully we're going to finish that. Then once we finish that, I am currently reading a Kindle Limited book called Heavenly Bodies. It's a fantasy romance, and I'm about, let's see, 30% exactly through this book. Now, I think this is actually quite a long fantasy romance. Like, I think it's like 500, 600 pages. Could be wrong, could be more, could be less. But yeah, I don't know for sure if I'll finish it, but I definitely want to read more of it because I'm really enjoying it. Again, it's enemies to lovers. We have a princess who's like super powerful and badass, and she's having to work with like the enemy kingdom's prince, and there's a romance and like lots of things going on. All the world building here is tied to like the stars, so it's like celestial, which I really like, and it's just a really fun time. So this is something that I feel like is helping me get out my slump, so I definitely want to continue on with it. And then if I am like not slumping hard and I feel like I can do it, you know, push myself a little bit, I want to read Thorn Edge by T. Kingfisher. This is on my autumn TBR. This is a short story, and I think short stories are great when you're in a slump, and plus I do enjoy a short story. And I believe this is like a dark, twisty retelling of like Maleficent and Rapunzel, I think. But it sounds really good, and there's also like fairies in here and stuff, and yeah, I've heard T. Kingfisher's writing is amazing, so I'm really excited to finally read something by this author, and I think I'll really enjoy this. So I think I can probably squeeze this in as like a nice fast read. And then audiobook wise, I don't think I will finish this by any means because I've barely started it, but I would love to listen to some more of Legends and Lattes. I started the audiobook for this, and what I mean by that is I've listened to a minute. So I would love to listen to some more of that. Could potentially maybe do it in the weekend, but we'll see. I don't know when I'll have opportunities to like listen to an audiobook, but there might be some. But I would definitely love to make a bit of progress on this because I've been meaning to read this book for so long, and I feel like it's a nice cozy read for a cozy weekend in. So yeah, maybe we will make progress on our audiobook of this. And then if I just want to switch it up, then I figured we could add some graphic novels, and I forgot I own these until I just saw them on my shelf, and that is Twilight graphic novels volumes 1 and 2. I've never actually read the graphic novels of these, or actually the books. Like, I've read a little bit of Twilight and Midnight Sun, but never actually read all of them. But I thought these could be fun because I want to read like a spooky autumnal graphic novel, but the ones I really want to read are ones I really want to save for like Vampathon in October. So I figured these are like the next best thing. So yeah, these are obviously just Twilight with the graphic novel version. The art style is a choice. I do quite like it, but I'm also kind of like not really sure on it. But this is like the art style inside. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to read these. So like I feel like it'll be a really, really fun time, and I might also watch Twilight this weekend. But yeah, those are all of my reading plans. A lot, I know, but I'm planning to do nothing but stay home and read this weekend, which will be so nice. And I'm hoping I don't snooze my alarm tomorrow and I get up early, and I might do some like early morning sprints and just make a day of it. I think I'm going to order a Starbucks tomorrow morning, get myself a pumpkin spice latte delivered, stay home and just like read. It's supposed to be quite stormy all weekend and like windy and rainy, so I feel like it's the perfect reading weather, and I haven't had a weekend where I've just done nothing and I've just relaxed and read all weekend in forever, so I feel like I need it. So that is the plan. Don't know how long I'm going to stay awake for now and read, but we're going to try and do a little bit of reading. I don't know if I want to read more of Heavenly Bodies or Bonesmith. I'm not too sure which to pick up now. But I am going to read a little bit of one of them, and then I'm going to take my makeup off and go to sleep because I'm very tired. But for now, let's at least start reading something in this vlog. And yeah, hopefully it will be a nice cozy little vlog for you guys. But for now, I need to go do some reading. The next day. It's currently I think about 7:30, 8 a.m. Also please ignore the pimple patches, I just woke up. Let's pretend they're not there. But yeah, I did finish Bonesmith last night before I went to bed, and I loved this book so much. This has been one of the best young adult fantasy books I've read in such a long time. I am very surprised by this book. I thought this was going to be like a 3-star read for me. Like it would be good, but nothing, you know, that I was like super excited to keep picking up, and like just like something that I'd love as much as I did. So I'm really, really surprised by this book, and I don't know why I thought that. I think it's because the way this is pitched, I was kind of like, I don't know if that kind of world building will be for me. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. And I've never read Gideon the Ninth or Game of Thrones. I've only seen the I've only seen the TV show for Game of Thrones, which I did love, but I tried to read the books several times and they were far too complex. So I was worried that maybe the world building in here would be a bit too complex. But it was actually fine. Like, that is the only thing stopping me from giving 5 stars, is the fact that my like main criticism of this book is that the things I didn't like was that the world building was always just randomly inserted, and it got quite confusing because in this world there's like different smiths. So you have like bone smiths, ghost smiths, iron smiths, and all these other things, and then amongst that you have different classes like kind of in it. So like for bone smiths you have like reapers and Valkyr, I think they're called, and it just got a little bit confusing at times for me, especially for a YA. So I will say my main critique is trying to wrap my head around the world building, and that sometimes it was a bit info dumpy, but at the same time, like, it wasn't enough to pull you out the story or for you to not like this book. So I am so tempted to give this 5 stars because honestly guys, I love this, and the twists towards the last 50 pages of this book were so intense. I was literally on the edge of my seat, like I was audibly gasping, and it was so good. Like, it was so good. I really do want to give it 5 stars, but I'm trying this new thing where I only rate books 5 stars now if they're like on the same level as like Akama for me, or Fourth Wing, which are like some of my favourite books. And like, I just want to be more picky with 5 stars now. So this, I would say, is like a 4.8. Like, it could nearly be a 5 star, but it isn't. So it is a 4, but bear in mind, like, I kind of want to give it a 5. I would highly recommend everyone read this, to be honest. I think most people who like fantasy, of course, would enjoy this. Whether you like young adult or adult fantasy, I still think there's something for everyone in here. The main character is just so likable. She is very arrogant, and sometimes it does become frustrating because you're like, you are doing something silly, but it's like not in a way that makes you not like her. Like, I just love the main character in here. I thought she was so cool, and I love how there is so much character growth in this book, so much between like several characters, and I just loved watching her character develop. And it touches on like a lot of other things, like father-daughter relationships, and like not feeling good enough or having like a place in your own family, and like the realization she comes to regarding that towards the end of the book, I just really liked. And basically in this book, she ends up thrown out of everything she's ever known, and she has to face all these new challenges. She has to face new things about herself and the world that she thought was the truth. And it's just so good to watch her go through all these different changes and challenges, and I loved it. And then we have the romance. This is really good enemies to lovers. So if you like enemies to lovers, you will love this. We basically have her forced to work with her enemy on this kind of journey together, rescue someone and figure out something at the same time. They have to work together, and there's forced proximity. They absolutely cannot stand each other, and obviously a romance develops between them. It's so good. And then we just have so many fun dynamics in here. There's a character called Leo in here. I love him, he's so funny. And like his friendship with Ren, absolutely love that. The dynamics between characters in here is just so good and well done, and the world itself is really cool. And we have the undead in here. We have people who fight the undead. There's also like civil war in here and a lot of politics as well, but it's just so good. Like the magic system with like bones and stuff, it sounds gruesome but it isn't. It's so cool. And the ghosts, it's like not childish either. Like, I was expecting with the whole like ghost thing for it to either be really gross or like really like immature and like silly, but it wasn't. It was somewhere in the middle where at times it was kind of like, oh, like that sounds gross, but it was also like good. Like, it wasn't silly, and the ghosts were like really well implemented into the story. I just really enjoyed it, and I could really picture like the whole kind of like world and the scenes and stuff, and I just really liked it. Like, please go read this book. It is perfect for this time of year because the ghost element does definitely give it that kind of like spooky kind of atmosphere, but you could read this any time of year. It's just really good as a fantasy, and Like I said, by the end of this book, I was on the edge of my seat. I need the second book immediately. Like, I honestly adored this book, and I'm just so pleasantly surprised by it. Like, this was so good, and it definitely, like, I hate the fact that, like, for me, my bar is Sarah J Maas, and I compare everything to it, but because Sarah J Maas books are my all-time favourite, I feel like it's a good jumping off point for me to, like, tell you guys how much I do love something, and it's what I do compare a lot of books to. So if you hate that, I am sorry, but yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. But I will say it does remind me of Sarah J Maas a little bit, not the writing, more the main character. And if you've read this book or you go and read it, you will know exactly what I mean. She's definitely Selena Sardothian coded, like 100%. And I love that. She has that like arrogance about her, but also whilst like being someone who just desperately wants to be loved and is also like a good person beneath it all. Like beneath her hard exterior is like a really soft exterior, if you know what I mean. Like both physically and mentally. You get what I mean? It's just so good. Honestly, go and read this book. So yeah, I gave this 4 stars, but it is like a 4.8 and I loved it so much. Like, look how many tabs are in this book, guys. I tabbed it a lot. I ran out of like the colours I was using and I had to use different ones at the end. But yeah, anyway, love this book. First book finished of this readathon, so I'm feeling happy because it's the first book I finished all month. So now I think I need to do some editing quickly because I need this video up like ASAP, and then after that I'm gonna get ready and I'll listen to an audiobook, probably Legends and Lattes. And then I think I'm going to do some like morning reading sprints with my patrons and try and get some reading done. So I don't know which book I'm going to start next. I think I'm going to start Thorn Edge next, or Thorn Hedge, I can't remember what it's called, which is like the shorter story, or maybe a graphic novel or manga, just to like ease myself into the day. And then I think I do want to read more of Heavenly Bodies on my Kindle as well. But we shall see. But I just want to come on and talk about Bonesmith because I really enjoyed it, and yeah, that is like my little update for now. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.
Ley lines were clearly threaded beneath the city, powerful avenues of fluid energy.
Okay, so I've gotten ready and I've literally spent most of the morning editing my Vampathon announcement video because that's the video I was filming last night and I need it up like as soon as possible. So that's currently uploading to YouTube finally, thank goodness. And then I added all our graphics and stuff to our Twitter, so I did have to spend a good chunk of this morning doing all that. So it's now almost 12 and yeah, I haven't done like a lot of reading this morning. Like I said, I did a lot of work, but I have been listening to the audiobook as I got ready for Legends and Lattes. I'm currently on chapter 8, so I'm about 80 pages in, which isn't that far. But I think I could probably finish this today. I have 2 hours and 35 minutes left of the audio, and I am listening to it on 2x speed, so I feel like it's doable. So I am really enjoying this so far. It's definitely just very cozy, and it's definitely very like just like day-to-day life, but with like a bit of fantasy in there. Although the fantasy like isn't heavy in here, like it's not like there's loads of magic and stuff in here. It's just that we have like kind of mythical creatures and things like that. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying the story so far. Our main character Viv is an orc and she has decided to put up her sword and retire from that life and to open a little coffee shop. So we are just at the part of the story now where her coffee shop is just open. She's taken on a little assistant who I believe is this character here, and this is our main character. But we also have like this kind of gang of guys who are like wanting a fee every single month, you know, that kind of thing, and she's like, good luck with that. So I have a feeling like something bad's gonna go down to do with that. But so far it is very wholesome. I believe there's a lot of like found family in here, so I'm definitely looking forward to that element. Because so far obviously like a lot of the characters haven't known each other very long, but I am really enjoying it, and the descriptions of coffee are making me crave coffee so bad. I think when Jamie's home later this afternoon, I'm gonna take a trip to Starbucks and get myself a coffee or two. I'm quite bad, like sometimes I go to Starbucks and like I'll be craving like 2 different things. So sometimes I want like an iced coffee, but I want a matcha. So rather than just denying myself the pleasure of both and only getting one, I just get both. I buy two, which I know is really bad. So I'm thinking today I'm going to go get a pumpkin spice latte, and I think I might also get an iced latte or a matcha latte as well. And I'll just put like the iced drink in the fridge and have that maybe like a little while later. Although like this is kind of weird, but I am someone who can do like both drinks at once, and I'm definitely not like a gradual drinker. Like it's gone straight away, like I will chug it and it's gone. I'm not like a gradual sipper. But yeah, quite often like when I'm working and stuff, I'll have like a cup of tea and an iced coffee as well and drink them simultaneously. So yeah, have a lot of caffeine. But I think I'm gonna go get a pumpkin spice latte and then just like a nice iced coffee, because how could I not? Like I'm literally reading Legends and Lattes, like I have to. So yeah, I think I'll get an iced latte. Very, very excited about that. So yeah, anyways, I need to put up some fairy lights on these bookshelves behind me, because I did have some on here. Like I know there's these ones, but this is just like one battery operated string light, which I need to take off. But I did have like plug-in lights all the way around them, and then I was hoovering and somehow got the hoover cable and the fairy light cable stuck together and wedged under the door, and both of them snapped. So my hoovers broke as well as my fairy lights, so I had to buy some new ones. So they arrived yesterday, so I'm going to try and put those on my shelves, and whilst I'm doing that I'm going to listen to some more of the audiobook for Legends and Lattes. So that's my plan at the moment, and then I think I'm going to do reading sprints this evening with my patrons rather than this morning, and hopefully like start a new book or continue on reading Heavenly Bodies. I'm not sure. But for now, like, I'm just gonna get the lights done, listen to some more of this, and then I will decide what I want to read next and what I want to do next. Okay, so I've put the lights up and I've listened to some more Legends and Lattes, so I'm on chapter 11 and I'm really, really enjoying it, and it's just like the vibes and like the descriptions of coffee that I'm loving. Just like the coziness is like, I don't know, it is heartwarming, and when people say this book feels like a big hug, that is exactly what it feels like. Like it's just really cozy and just like very like not therapeutic to listen to, but it's just nice and like heartwarming. I can't really explain it, but I am enjoying it. It's a fun time. But I've done my lights different to how I usually do. So my fairy lights on my other white shelves I have going like down, whereas these ones I've done across, and I don't know if I like it, and I also have run out of lights, so I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I'm gonna have to order more, I think, unless I move them around. So like as you can see here, these ones like they go like downwards, whereas on these ones I've done them like across, and I'm just not really sure. What do we think? Let me know in the comments. Do I leave them going across like this? Because I just feel like it's a little bit more cozier, and like every shelf is lit up then, if that makes sense. But I ran out, as you can see here. I need more to go like across. It is focusing on my finger, which is annoying, but I need some to go like across here and like across there. So I'm gonna have to get another box, I think, and then maybe with any like leftover light I'll just like go down or something. But yeah, I need to get more lights, but this is what it's looking like. It does look cozy. I like how this little corner is looking, but I really want to reorganize my shelves. I did move these around the other day because like all my romance books were still here, but since then I've moved some of my witchy ones and fantasy across, and this gap is here because I have all the other Blood and Mercy books that are going to be going there once I filmed my haul. But I do kind of like this, but I just don't like the romance books being there, and I also really want to move around my manga. I don't want my manga to be behind my reading chair anymore, so I do need to reorganize in here, but I don't think I am going to do that during this vlog, but I did just want to like mention it. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do right now. I think I might call Jamie and see if he's almost home, because I'm so desperate to go to Starbucks for a coffee now. And then probably sit down with the book and read, although I need to go and get some butter because I want to make some cookies. So we need to get butter. So maybe I'll do that and then we can bake some cookies this afternoon, which will be nice because then I can sit down and relax with some cookies and a cup of tea or coffee and carry on reading. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to check how my video's uploading and maybe start uploading some of the footage from this vlog so far onto my laptop just so I can clear off a memory card because all my memory cards are full apparently. But yeah, anyway, that's irrelevant. I'm going to figure out what I want to do, and I don't know whether to film my book haul because I have like a lot of books on the shelf you're balancing on that I've been meaning to film for months and I just haven't gotten around to it, and I've been dying to do it and I only really have time to on the weekends, like to film properly. So I don't know, maybe I will film that as well today. But we'll see. But anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying Legends and Letters and I cannot wait to have a coffee now. Okay, hi guys. So I've not really done any other reading since I last spoke to you guys, but I have made plans to go to Starbucks with my mum. So we're going to go and get a little coffee together, which will be nice. And then I don't know how I'm fitting sprints in today and like everything because yeah, I'm going to go out at 2 with my mum. We're going to get coffee. And then when I come back, I'm hoping I can fit in a reading sprint. And then me and Jamie are going to go to a firework display thing tonight, but it's like an hour away. So obviously that's going to probably take up the whole evening, so I don't know how or when I'm going to get time to read today and also do some reading sprints, but hopefully before or after that I'll be able to. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to decide what to read next because I am listening to that audiobook and I could read more on my Kindle, and I don't know if I'm in the mood to read on my Kindle, that's the thing. But I might do that, or I might pick up a manga, or I might start Twilight, but the thing that's put me off is that I'm already in the middle of like so many books already, so I'm like, is it wise for me to start this? But then I kind of just want to start it, and even if I like don't continue reading it, I could always like just pick it back up whenever. So I might start this, but I don't know, I'm just not sure what I'm in the mood for. So I might read some of this, or I might read some of Belladonna before I go to Starbucks. I've got like half an hour, so I'm just gonna have this cup of tea and sit and do some reading. So I'm gonna decide in a moment, and I'll probably catch up with you guys a bit later when I'm back from having coffee with my mum, and hopefully we can squeeze in some more reading. But I did just want to give you guys a little update and let you know what's happening. But tomorrow will be a full day of just like reading, probably baking the cookies, and just like a nice cozy day. So it's a bit later. I went out for coffee with my mum and my sister, which was really nice. I did take Twilight and I literally read like 2 pages. I'm not even kidding. Like literally the first page, which is like the really short paragraph with the prologue, and then I literally read that. And that is all I read. So yeah, I just ended up catching up with my mum and my sister instead, and then I had to go get some shopping and stuff, and I've just been running errands and get my video ready for tomorrow, for the vampathon like merch launch and everything else. So I haven't done a lot of reading. I'm still on like chapter 11 of Legends and Lattes. I can definitely finish that this weekend, I think. I mean, Jamie is supposed to be going to some fireworks soon, so I'm gonna quickly do some reading sprints. I'm just gonna create a like thumbnail for the sprints super quick. They're gonna be really short, and then I'm hoping we get back at a decent time and I can try and do some more reading sprints again tonight. If not, I'm gonna do more tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna sort that out. I'm just trying to import some footage because my memory cards are really full. I'm literally so sleepy right now, guys, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna read. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read. I think maybe just read some of Heavenly Bodies on my Kindle, just because I'm already like a ways through that. And yeah, I might switch it up and read something else later. I'm not really too sure, but for now I think I will just read some more of Heavenly Bodies, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little while. Okay, hi guys, so today is Sunday and I don't have any reading updates. We got back from the firework like display thing that we went to last night, and we didn't get home till like really late, so I literally just went to sleep. And then I kind of slept in this morning, and yeah, I haven't really done anything today or any reading so far today. But I am gonna jump on some sprints with my Patreon soon. I also really want to bake cookies. I don't know if I'm gonna do that this evening or maybe like after I get back from dinner with my parents tonight. But in the meantime, I do have a little Amazon gift that arrived. So this is from a Claire, and I'm not sure when Claire sent this because it was in the back of the car and Jamie forgot to tell me it was there, and I found it last night. But I wanted to like wait until I could open it on camera. But this is from Claire, and it says, "I wanted to send you a little gift to say congrats on your new job. Have heard great things about this book. Love, from Claire." So thank you so much, Claire. And this is so nice as well that it's gift wrapped. I'm just going to take this off because I love to keep these. But let's open it up. This is so cute. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this book. I've heard so many good things about this. So this is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I've bought one of their other books, but I haven't read it yet. And I've heard really good things about this author's writing. This is a romance, and this cover is so cute. It says in the back, "A novel of terrible first impressions, hilarious second chances, and the joy in finding the perfect match." And I think this is an office romance. Yeah, I think this is like a work romance, and I think they're both doctors. And yeah, I've heard very good things about this, and I love those kinds of romance novels, so I'm so excited to read this one. I love a good romance, so thank you so much, Claire, for sending me this. It was really sweet of you. And I'm just gonna tuck the note inside, and I'll stick it in later because I always pop the notes inside. Yeah. So yes, thank you so much, Claire. So that was really nice book mail to receive. So yeah, I think for now I'm gonna go and grab my Kindle. I think I'm just gonna read on my Kindle for a bit, and then maybe make some cookies or just some lunch because I'm quite hungry already. But I'm gonna get Sprint started and go from there. So yeah, I will update you guys in a little bit when I have like a reading update or something. But I did just want to quickly film that little bit of book mail because it was really, really nice and a nice little surprise. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a little while. Okay guys, so it's much later and I didn't have a lot of reading sprints this weekend. Wasn't that successful with reading. I did bits of reading but I didn't finish anything. But like I was thinking about it and it's like I don't need to finish anything. Like when you do a readathon, like yes, the goal is to try and read as much as you can, but at the same time like it's just about having fun and reading, and I can still have a nice weekend and do that. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it for not like finishing like 10 books in a weekend. Like, I mean, great if I manage to do that, and for anyone who does, but like I also don't need to feel bad if I don't do that. So yeah, I finished Bonesmith on Friday. I got halfway through Legends and Lattes yesterday, but then I haven't listened to it since. And then I have read this manga, which is Ghostly Things. I read this on Sprint and I gave it 3 stars, but it's a very low 3 stars. This is more of a 2.5 stars. It was just very like mediocre. I think that's how you say it. I'm saying I think that's how you say it because I used to say it really, really weirdly for a long time and then I finally got corrected, but now it's always in my head that I'm saying it wrong still. But I think mediocre is how you say it. So yeah, it's very mediocre. It's very like, I don't know, missing a spark. Like it's interesting, but it's not really like gripping. I don't really care. I'm definitely not interested in picking up the second volume now, which is really sad because I was told this was like Spirited Away, and it definitely has the comparisons, but it's just not magical at all. Like there's not really a magical element to this. It's very mundane considering it's about like a girl who's in a haunted house full of spirits. It's quite mundane. It's quite dull if I'm being honest, which is really sad. My favourite thing about it was this little cat, but he's hardly in it, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I'm not really interested now in reading this series or continuing it, which is like very sad. But 2.5 stars is not a bad rating by any means. Like it was still a good manga. The art style was good. I enjoyed the art and I did like the story. I just wasn't really impressed by it, if that makes sense. Not the best, but still an alright time, like, you know. So I did finish this, and then on Sprint I also did read One Dark Window. I am 52 pages into this, so not very far, but I am liking it so far. I'm not obsessed with it or anything, but I think the romance will be introduced soon and I know I'm going to be into it then. So I do want to try and read some more of this evening. But yeah, like I'm still happy because I've been in such a bad slump all month and just like a really bad like mental place. So I feel like this readathon has definitely helped me. Like I finished Bonesmith on Friday, which I absolutely loved. Such a good book. I managed to get halfway through Legends and Letters yesterday. Sorry, my memory card got full, but yeah, as I was saying, I went out for coffee with my mum yesterday. Me and Jamie had a nice evening at some fireworks. So I still had like a really nice enjoyable weekend, and then a lot of today I've been sorting out like my vampathon announcement and like the merch launch and the Etsy. So I still feel like I've had a nice weekend, and I hope you guys still have enjoyed this vlog up until this point, even though I've not been like finishing all these books and stuff. But I feel like this was like a nice way to ease me back into it because I haven't really done like a readathon in a while. I haven't been vlogging and I haven't done like a readathon vlog or weekend vlog in so long. So I feel like this was a nice way to ease me into it, and it's been so nice to be able to do reading sprints yesterday and today with my patrons, because that's another thing that like I really want to get back into and my anxiety's been like stopping me doing. So it was so nice to be able to hang out with my patrons and I had such a lovely time. So even though I haven't finished loads of books, I don't feel like my time's been wasted and I've had like a nice weekend. But it is currently 8:30 and I still need to like go and get a shower and stuff and like just sort myself out, and I've got things to do. But I'm gonna go make some cookies. Because why would I not make cookies at 8:30 at night? Why would I not? It's never too late to make cookies, okay? I've been thinking about making these cookies for the past 2 weeks, and I've been meaning to pick up like the butter that I needed for them, and I finally did that yesterday. So I just need to go make the cookies. Probably just gonna eat the raw cookie dough, I'm not gonna lie. Don't do that because it's not good for you, but I'm still gonna do it because I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna go and bake some cookies because then I'll have some nice cookies to snack on while I work tomorrow. And then I'm gonna get showered and probably get into bed and read this book. So I don't know for sure if I will be vlogging anymore. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Either way, I will film like a wrap up clip for this vlog. For now, I am gonna go make some cookies, and I might film that if my camera has the space still to do that. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys in a bit, but for now, goodbye. That is all my updates. And also off the back of that, just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has supported me regarding vampathon this evening. I've been smiling non-stop on my phone. Honestly, like seriously, the comments of people saying they're joining in, they've been excited, they've been looking forward to it all year, saying it's their favourite readathon, like it means so much to me. Like honestly, like I just feel so grateful to be a part of the book community and to be surrounded by such wonderful people virtually. And yeah, I'm so grateful for everyone's support. For anyone who wants to join vampathon, who has purchased a bookmark or a t-shirt, anything like that, I'm so grateful, honestly, like you have no idea. I will link my vampathon merch and bookmarks in the description box if anyone wants to check them out. And you can go and watch the vampathon announcement video, which I will link down below as well if you want to participate. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to be reading together for 5 days, spooky books across Halloween weekend. Cannot wait. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go now and make those cookies, so I will catch up with you guys later.